Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full-time
MMA.
Former UFC bantamweight champion Miesha Cupcake Tate believes if Amanda Nunes would sign the contract to fight Cris Cyborg, that she could actually beat her. Now, this is a fight that a lot of the fans want to see, that Amanda Nunes herself called out, but now that Cris Cyborg is ready to fight, Amanda Nunes is looking to fight at the end of the year for whatever reason. I mean, a lot of us believed it might be because of her injury she sustained in her fight versus Raquel Pennington, when she saw that she would potentially be medically suspended for 30 to 180 days. Now, with that being said, that would have been a good excuse if she was injured, but the UFC told Cris Cyborg that Amanda Nunes is medically cleared to fight. So with that being said, I'm not sure what Amanda Nunes' reasoning could be for not fighting and wanting to fight Cris Cyborg at UFC 228. But either way, Miesha Tate feels like if she did fight Cris Cyborg, that she actually could beat her. She thinks she has the power to hurt and stop Cris Cyborg. This is what Miesha Tate had to say. I think Amanda could be the one to beat Cris Cyborg. The reason that I say that is because I've been hit by Amanda. I've never been hit by Cyborg, and I'm sure she hits like a truck, but I can definitely attest to the power that Amanda has, and she's deceptively lengthy. And I'll actually even add one thing to that. I believe Amanda Nunes' wrestling is likely to be better than anybody Cris Cyborg has faced to date as well, training over there at American Top Team and being one of the stronger bantamweights in the division, being the best bantamweight in the world. So with that being said, Amanda Nunes definitely provides threats to Cris Cyborg that we've never seen so far in her UFC career. Amanda Nunes, I mean, we've seen Cris Cyborg fight multiple bantamweights from inside and outside the UFC, former bantamweights that went up to featherweight, but we've always wanted to see how she would do against a legit featherweight. But in the meantime, in between time, until we can get a featherweight division going, if we're going to, then Amanda Nunes is the best of all bantamweights. And on top of that, if Cyborg beat Amanda Nunes, she would have beat both the girls that beat Ronda Rousey. So that would kind of put a into that chapter. You know, a lot of people always wanted to see Ronda Rousey versus Cyborg. We'll probably never see that now unless we see it in the WWE. But one way Cyborg could make a statement is by beating Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes, the two girls that happened to beat Ronda Rousey. Now, with that being said, that's a likely possibility if Nunes and Cyborg were to fight, because Cris Cyborg probably will win that fight in my mind. If they were to fight today, if she's the best female fighter on the planet, on top of having the size advantage, probably even being the more talented striker. I mean, Amanda Nunes is deceptively lengthy, and she definitely has that power that Miesha Tate talks about. But I mean, so does Cyborg. I think to beat Cyborg, man, it's going to take more than just power. And even though if Cyborg gets cracked, it's probably something she hasn't felt in a fight in a while, as hard as she would get cracked by Amanda Nunes. She's probably feeling that in training, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Cyborg is just out here training light. You know, Cyborg is the best for a reason. And with that being said, I do think Cyborg can take a shot. I don't think she's going to fold like some of the other girls Amanda Nunes might have actually felt like doing after they get cracked. But I still think Amanda Nunes has potential to get the fight to the mat. But at the same time, that doesn't mean she's going to win, because you're going to have to do something when you get the fight to the floor. So I would love to see the fight still. Amanda Nunes has the potential. Maybe she could like rock Cris Cyborg, you know what I'm saying, and follow up. And you know, if anyone had a puncher's chance to beat Cyborg, Amanda Nunes has the biggest. She's probably the most powerful fighter Cyborg's fought to date. But Amanda Nunes is not ready to take the fight for whatever reason. And honestly, she doesn't even have anything to lose. She's not going to lose her belt if she fights Cris Cyborg. I mean, it's not like she has some undefeated record at featherweight to worry about. It's kind of like when Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. Who cares about his boxing record? Even if you lose, you make the payday and you go back to your sport. Amanda Nunes, you get to go back to your division. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Not ready to take the fight for whatever reason. Hopefully we get to see the fight before Cyborg possibly leaves the UFC. She's talked about her contract is nearing its end. I mean, it doesn't seem like the UFC is getting serious about the featherweight division from some of the signs we've saw. And so Cyborg might not stick around. Who knows? Bellator could be the future of the women's featherweight division. And if that's the case, we don't got time to waste if we're going to be seeing Amanda Nunes versus Cris Cyborg. So maybe Amanda Nunes knows this and she's kind of waiting it out, because I'm still waiting to hear a good excuse for why she can't fight at UFC 228 if she's medically cleared. I mean, what is it? We're still waiting on that. So it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And real quick, full-time family, before we get out of here, Yank My Dandy Doodle said he will match all donations made to the full-time startup fund as we try to move to this new studio and get the stuff we need to make this channel that much better. He'll match every single dollar up to 1,000 plus 100. Holy shit, that's a huge opportunity. So just putting that out there. If you ever thought about tipping the channel, I mean, if you do or you don't, we're going to keep working every single day, keep grinding. So it is what it is. Shout out to Yank My Dandy Doodle. And shout out to you guys. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.